Hello again and welcome. It's me, and me is Joy. Joy Ruffin coming to you from the Sunshine State, Florida. This week, the food for thought is all about the feminist movement or women and all of the different categories. So we know that that's a never-ending subject, right? But today, let's talk a little bit about and also send out applause. Because for some reason, this came into the consciousness, and so wanting to share it with you. Let's applaud those women, especially single women, who are raising young men. Important how I said that, young men. Women, single women, who are raising young boys that become young men, rather than young boys who become young men still acting like young boys. Now, that's kind of a dicey subject, and one that is not spoke to often because it has a lot of underlying meaning. The male entity today, because of so many variables, not going to go there, not going to apply or reach out to be a scientist or all-knowing one, but just from observation, I think the women who raise young boys who turn into young men need to be applauded more, because it's not easy when there's not a strong male figure around, and that she has to be about finding the right environment and setting so that all the things that this young male needs to be taught will be taught, so that he can be appreciative and valuing, as well as himself, other people. And that's a big, big job. And so I think when meeting young women who are raising young boys, knowing that they'll turn into young men, teaching them how to treat and respect themselves and women, and all of these things that have been put on the back burner for many numerous reasons, she has to be applauded. So if that happens to be you, then kudos to you, because we know that it's not an easy job. And there are so many men today who are acting like young boys as opposed to young men because they didn't get the right tools. They didn't have the right skills developed initially because they weren't around enough of a strong male figure. So my congratulations, my applause, my thank you, just from what I see when around women who are doing this. I think it's really something that has to be applauded. So it's very short and very brief, but I'd like for you to read the blog, get a real more in-depth insight of what is being said here. And then if you know of any women who are doing this alone, or even for that matter, a two-parent household, if both mom and dad are working and they're both doing everything that they can to make sure that their children will have all the things that they need, sometimes there can be a lacking there because they're tired or whatever. So there are many, many reasons for it. And not attempting to be a psychologist or psychiatrist here, but simply saying and asking you to say thank you to all of those women and couples and parents who are doing all that they can to bring to more of us, not only young men, but young ladies as well. And we need to let them know that we're grateful for that, and also be in tuned and in touch with all of those who still need that type of skill to master parenting. So, until the next time, be well, look after you first, and then you'll be able to look after many, many others. So until the next time, take care. Until we meet, bye-bye for now. Cheers.